Hey, welcome back to World Entertainment, and this is a bit of a different story, but an interesting one, and strange all at the same time, because it's been reported that Vin Diesel blocked and banned Jean-Claude Van Damme, the muscles from Brussels himself, from ever starring in Fast and the Furious franchise. Bit weird, we'll have a look. It's definitely a strange one. So Vin Diesel reportedly vetoed Jean-Claude Van Damme being in Fast and Furious. According to claims made by one star, Vin Diesel is the reason why an action cinema legend wasn't cast in the long-running Fast and the Furious franchise. So Fast and the Furious star Vin Diesel reportedly vetoed the casting of one major action movie star. After first getting its start back in 2001, the long-running action franchise just recently released its 10th installment in the main stage, Fast X. Diesel's Dominic Toretto has been with the movie series since the beginning, and the actor now exerts considerable influence over the franchise as a producer. We'll come back to a bit of a statement in there in a minute. While the Fast and Furious cast reached new heights with Fast X, action movie legend Jean-Claude Van Damme claims in a recent interview with the Telegraph, that he was at one point eyed for a role in the franchise. According to the star, however, Diesel prevented the casting from ever coming to function. And he said, they wanted me in Fast and Furious, but Vin Diesel said, no, I don't want him. It's not clear what installment Van Damme was considered for, and whether this is a recent occurrence or one that is years old, but the action star does seem like a good fit for the series. So let's just go back here a little bit to them saying Dominic Toretto, Vin Diesel's character, has been the main part of it since the beginning. That he's been in all of it. No, he hasn't. Oh, no, he hasn't. Vin Diesel, quite famously, after doing the first one, and when was offered the second movie, said, I don't do sequels. And went off, left the franchise, went off trying to be a one movie man. You know, he would only do one at a time. He wouldn't do sequels. And then was demanding somewhere in the region of $60 million per role. And of course, he wasn't getting roles. All the studios were like, yeah, no. And he ended up having to take bad roles for bad movies that financially and critically bombed at the box office. The likes of Pacifier, the likes of A Man Apart, the likes of Babylon AD. And when they all tanked and nobody was giving them 60 million per role, he very quickly came back to franchises that were going, we're still here, we still have the door open for you. Then before you knew it, he was back with the Riddick character. Then he was back, obviously, in Fast and Furious, and then he came back to Triple X. So no, he wasn't there from the start. He wasn't even mentioned until the very last scene of Tokyo Drift, because it was completely set in a different country. And then, of course, the franchise got confusing for people because you were told that was a prequel to the whole franchise. And then you were told, no, it's only a prequel to the fourth movie. And you're just like, what is going on? I liked the movies. I liked from Fast and Furious to Fast 7. Fast 7 is where it starts getting a bit... Actually, it might have been Fast 6. It was the last one. Whichever the stupid one with the submarine is, that's when it really became dog shit. For me, I know a lot of people still get a kick out, but just watch the very first movie and then look at the fourth. From the fourth one on, you're like, it's a completely different franchise. Makes no sense. But it's no surprise to hear Vin Diesel is saying about these type of actors, no, I don't want them. it's quite famously known now that when The Rock was brought on board, he was told before the fight scenes, oh, by the way, Vin Diesel's character of Dom, yeah, he only takes about, I think if I remember correctly, the number was a maximum of 27 hits from his opponents in the entire movie. And The Rock was like, what? He's like, yeah, throughout the entire movie, his character can only be hit 27 times. And The Rock was like, all right then, my character can only get hit 27 times. And, and then Jason Statham came in and they were telling him the same thing. And he was like, what? What are you talking about? So you can see his ego really blew. And you can really see that when The Rock, of course, famously walked away and called Vin Diesel out. And what ended up happening? Vin Diesel ended up begging The Rock to come back. That, yes, he pretty much begged The Rock to come back. So it's no surprise to hear the likes of Van Damme being told no, because I think they knew if we put Van Damme in, we're gonna have him kick Vin Diesel's ass. And how are you gonna do that? If Vin Diesel's like, I'm only taking 27 hits, but then he clearly doesn't want an actor, particularly an older actor, who will be able to show him up, not just for his fitness, his physique, but what he can still do in terms of movement for action. Because it's Van Damme we're talking about here. The dude still does the splits, for God's sake. But there you go. Thought that would be an interesting story for you. That Vin Diesel apparently completely shut down any possibility of Van Damme appearing in Fast and the Furious. Weird, huh? But what are you gonna do? So with that, I'll leave it there for this one. And cheers. I'll catch you in the next one.